Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me one more time. This is your daily Top 7 at 7. I am your host, Virtual Kane, and today is the 4th of March 2017. That's right. Welcome to your daily Saturday. All right. If you want to win tickets to go see Sick Puppies Devour the Day and Fall in Theory on Monday, March 6th, at the historic Ashland Armory here in Southern Oregon, then you best put your name down in the comments. I'm looking forward to giving away a couple more tickets before the event starts. So already I feel like I've given away maybe 10 tickets. So if you want tickets, put your name in there. If you see somebody else's name, find another video that doesn't have their name in it. So you guys, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope to see you there. Let's go ahead and jump into the news. Malaysia expels North Korean envoy after Kim Jong-nam murder. Malaysia said on Saturday it was expelling the North Korean ambassador, escalating a diplomatic row between the two countries over the murder of the estranged half-brother North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. So that's it's sad to see that there's such horrible circumstances going on over there, but we must move on. China's 2017 defense budget rise to slow again. Defying pressure for a strong increase in defense spending, China said on Saturday its military budget this year would grow about 7%, its slowest pace since 2010. So take note of this right here. Defying pressure for a strong increase. Over the last few weeks, viewer, have we not seen so many journalists make these horrible insinuations that China needs to up its military budget in order to combat the scourge that is Donald Trump? However, in any of those articles, did you ever hear where that was a recommendation made by a Chinese official or a Chinese person at all? No, because there wasn't. They were simply bleeding heart people all across the world who said, hey, if we write horrible smear campaigns about the orange one, then China's gonna have to ramp up its stuff. And then that way China can fight back against the tyranny of the U.S. Well, I have one thing to say for you people. You got to stop doing that because it's not real news. It's you making up this horrible dialogue in your head that will inevitably lead to murder and destruction. So when you make suggestions to China, are you a Chinese diplomat? Do you know what is best for China? Have you even been to China? Okay? Have you even been to America? How do you know that telling China that we're bad is actually going to suffice your agenda, even in the first place? Or are you just a rabble-rouser that just wants to poke holes in everybody's fine day? These are the things that you need to think about before you open your mouth again. You are put on notice. North Ireland talks to begin after transformative election. That makes sense. It looks like both Scotland and North Ireland are poised and ready for secession from the UK. However, it seems that both of them are entirely willing to wait until the exit from the EU before they even begin their own situations. So I would say that is a wise decision on both their parts, having never spent a day over there in my entire life. Who am I to say what's right or wrong? I'm not China. I'm not a Chinese official. I'm not going to tell you that you need to beef up your shit because of Donald Trump. And we're going to skip the French election like we do every day because it's just not that interesting. Here we go. This is another sad statistic. 220 civilians killed by strikes in Iraq since 2014. Iraq and Syria. And it looks like 9 separate strikes over the course of November and January. Looks like between November and January. Looks like 21 civilians have died. Okay. So East Libyan forces target rivals with airstrikes to regain oil ports. East Libyan forces carried out airstrikes around major oil ports on Saturday as they sought to regain control of the area from a rival faction, a military spokesperson said. So it makes you wonder, we already know that the Libyans are part of this Muslim community. Are they actually a part of the Islamic State, uh, or is this rival faction the Islamic State that they are fighting against in order to get the oil groups? You know, that's something to think about. All right. Any more news? We are starting to run out of time, but let's just go ahead and see what we got here. We got a U.S. Secretary of State to do a an Asian tour. That's great. Malaysia rejects insinuation it violated UN sanctions on North Korea. So I'm not sure what this is about, other than a Reuters report said North Korea-linked firms were running an arms network in the country. That's something to think about. However, no, I'm gonna let this one sit. I don't have enough information to make an objective comment. So let's go ahead and keep moving. The only thing that I can say is that you guys don't blow up the Koreas. Okay, that's where all the hot Korean girls are. Think about it. Okay, it's just it's logical. Duh. All right, Greek privatization agency says disused airport project to go ahead. This is actually, I think, a wonderful idea. Abandoned airports are so structurally sound. I worked on an airport in Guam. We wound up taking all of the usable materials from the old Guam International Airport and bringing them over to the new International Airport, which wasn't a whole lot. It was just, some fixtures that really didn't need to be destroyed, like chairs and some cabinets. Although we did wind up making the majority of the cabinets and cases and stuff like that by hand in the second basement of the airport. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is that we all know that there are a bunch of states in the Mediterranean, like Greece and Italy, and I think even Spain, who are literally in dire straits. So anything that they can do to bring in tourism, I think, is a wonderful idea, and I cannot endorse it enough. So you guys have a great time getting that all together, and I really hope it turns things around for you guys. And I think that's it for the day. There is some Albanian political party snuffed out hopes on Saturday for a compromise that would keep open the Balkan states' plan to European Union membership after Brussels warned that an opposition boycott of parliament put accession talks at risk. So, the UK is moving out. Albania wants to move in, but apparently there is a opposition boycott that is hindering their process. So, that's definitely something to think about. I hope they can get that situation solved and in a peaceable manner. As usual, our technology and science tweets are avoiding us. I'm not sure why they are no longer appearing, but I've looked in so many different browsers and on so many different computers. I've even logged in and tried to get this page to come up, and it will not. So, in lieu of our tweets, I'm just going to go ahead and end it here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I thank you for joining me on this daily Top 7 at 7, and I will see you guys tomorrow.